Set Piece Podcast. Hello everyone, I'm Miles Weston.
And I'm Kerry Phillips.
And this is the Set Piece Podcast.
This is where we talk about everything to do with football, mental health and well-being. And today we're joined by a real special guest, good friend of mine, really good friend of mine.
And a good friend of mine as well.
I tried to claim him. I tried to claim him.
Don't fight now, don't fight with me.
Yeah, a guy that's been all around like the circuit. Like he's been up, down, all the way around. So we want to welcome Tyrus. Tyrus, how you doing, my bro?
I'm great, man. I'm great. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
How's things, man?
All good, man. On the up, on the up. Just transitioning, transitioning.
And how's things in terms of football? What are we saying? Are we giving it another season?
No, we're there now. I'm at the end. We're there.
You sure?
Yeah, 100%. I'm there.
I've seen it so many times. I've heard it so many times. I don't know if you're there, bro.
Nah, I'm there now. The body is definitely telling me I'm there now. So
is that the reason why you're there? Is it your body, or is there any other things that
75% the reason. The rest is football politics, as you probably know.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
We're going to definitely delve into the football politics.
Yeah, man.
So what are you doing now? What are you doing with yourself? What are you doing outside of football?
Me, I'm just working, trying to stay busy. I'm recently engaged.
Congratulations, my boy.
Let's literally go.
Yeah.
Just preparing for that. Preparing for the marriage and not the wedding.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real.
I'm just trying to be a better man. Every day above ground is a day to get it right. So I'm just trying to be a better man.
Amen.
That's a good look, man. That's a good look. And do you feel like football gave you that space to kind of just express yourself and just be you?
100%. I always say I wasn't good at a lot of things, but football I was definitely good at.
Yeah.
And there's the ones before me that I kind of looked up to, as we can see here, Miles, the Jason Masons and all those type of people that really kind of got me into it. So yeah, it gave me that.
May I ask, what does football mean to you?
Football, for me, I always say to people, football was not a sport. It wasn't a sport for me; it was a lifestyle. It helped shape you. You play football and people think you just run around and chase the ball, score a goal. However, there's a social aspect to it, as we all know.
Yeah.
You have teammates that some of them become your family.
Yeah, definitely.
You learn people skills. You have to talk to people. I've been the captain this year. I've been captain before. However, that is teaching leadership skills.
Yeah.
So there's a lot you can learn from football.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really think that. They just think people have paid mad amounts of money to just kick a ball back.
Yeah, I agree. I always say this as well, man. Playing football, it prepares you for life.
Yeah, 100%.
Stuff like punctuality, attendance, attitude, being around different characters. This is the stuff that I believe that football can teach you. So I definitely agree with you, man. Yeah,
it's definitely a disciplined sport, like the likes of boxing and things like that. It teaches you a lot of life skills. Some people are yet to master them, but it's a progress. It's a process, sorry, should I say.
Definitely.
And would you say, you said that you've captained this year, do you think that when you've been captain, do you think you've matured more in terms of being captain because you know the responsibility that you have?
Definitely. I've been told that people have kind of noticed the change in me this season, and I wasn't captain. My cousin Tristan was the captain.
Yeah.
But
Shout out Trist.
Yeah, we got Tristan, man.
And he got injured quite early, and he had to have a little surgery and whatnot. So I took over, and a lot of people said that they liked the mature side that I'm showing, because I spent a lot of years being angry and chasing down refs and chasing down man on the pitch. And I'm at the age now where you realise the ref's not going to change his mind if you argue with him, so you just get on with it.
Yeah, I spent a lot of years chasing down refs as a fan, many a times. No, that's offside. I'm doing a madness for Arsenal Football Club, bro.
Yeah.
Doing a madness. So in terms of you mentioned players earlier. Like, who would you say were your heroes like growing up in terms of players?
Well, from our area, it didn't matter what team you supported. Ian Wright everyone supported Ian Wright,
100%.
Yeah, and I started playing semi-pro football later. I started when I was 22.
Oh, wow.
So, I was playing football before that.
Okay.
I had trials before that, but I stopped. My mum reverted into Islam.
Okay.
So I spent most of my weekends at the mosque.
Okay.
And then I got back into it, and then my boy Bragg, shout out Braggs, he's the one that took me to Erith Town, and that's where I started. again.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So where did you start from young? Because I've got your career here. So where did you first start in terms of like
first football? I don't know if I could call it a trial. It was like a camp at West Ham.
Okay.
And we played games around like schools in London, and I played a game in at Crown Woods.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I broke my foot in the game.
Wow.
And that kind of took me out for a while because I was young, really young, and I kicked the floor and bone came out my foot, all sorts.
Ooh,
so it sounds bad, but I carried on playing. I didn't even notice until half time.
How old are you at that age?
I think I was it 14, 15 or 16, one of the three.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you said that you was out for a while.
Yeah.
How long was you out for, and did that kind of make you want to stop playing football, or like how did you get back into it?
I was out 6 weeks initially until the swelling went down and they had to figure out whether they wanted to do surgery, which they didn't need to do. But I think I stopped playing for about a year.
Right.
And to be honest, at the time I was more interested in the road, going out, not the road as in road man, but just going out, riding bikes, doing all of that stuff. Yeah. And then I think I just got back into it after a year. It was just a hobby for me. I just got back into it. I knew I was good at it, so I just went back to it.
Nice.
So it's interesting because of the fact that like for some people, like to get into semi-pro football.
Yeah.
For you to just like to say, you know what, I had a year out and I'm done, and then get back into it, like and be at that level. Because when we look at your clubs, like I'll go through it: Erith Town, Thamesmead, Cray Wanderers, VCD, Phoenix Sports, Holmesdale, Wellington, Metro Gas, and we'll talk about the last one, which means the most. I'm sure it does too.
Yeah, 100%.
Like just being able to navigate and go through all of that, like you must have been something special.
Oh, I won't say I was, but the people around me would say I was, and it was just a fearlessness that I played with, and I think there was a lot of people that saw that fearlessness and thought, he's a decent little young boy, grew up in Deptford, like we was talking about before, when you do certain things, it gives a little bit of inspiration to other people.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
Definitely.
I think where I come from, you're not supposed to see someone that is so kind of dedicated to the game. Yeah. And I just got taken from there, literally started going around clubs, and I played for Charlton Community FC, which was just like a hobby.
Yeah.
But that was like where I kind of learned most of the stuff. Yeah. Before that, previous to that, it was Tristan's dad who taught me most of my football stuff. Yeah. So you see me doing the overhead kicks, that comes from him. And a player in my school called Lewis. Yeah. So I just went from there, man.
Where would you say that you enjoyed playing your best football?
Thamesmead Town.
And why was that? What was so good about Thamesmead? What was it? The surroundings? What was I
think Thamesmead Town was the first kind of taste I got towards the professional setup.
Okay. Okay.
So excuse me. In terms of being more, it was a semi-pro team, but we had our kits. We actually had a stadium, and I always remember we had the underfloor heating in the changing room. I thought I'd made it, just because we had the underfloor heating.
I hear you, man.
Yeah. So and the setup was all good there, and I kind of found out about everything at Thamesmead. Everything I learned, play wise, patterns of plays, politics. Yeah. Everything I kind of found out at Tottenham. Tottenham. Thamesmead. Thamesmead.
Hey, your fans ain't gonna lie.
Don't know where that came from.
Well, now I'm cutting my eye after you.
Do you know what it was? I was watching the Ange interview before I came up, so I think that's still fresh in my mind. Yeah,
that's an interesting interview. That's an interesting interview.
Yeah, yeah.
So with regards to Thamesmead, correct me if I'm wrong. That's where we saw your name on Sky Sports, right?
That's where I got my name on there, and that was my achievement to my mum's mum. I said to her, we used to watch the Manchester derby. Only one match we used to watch the Manchester derby, and she used to love it. She used to say, Manchester, they might beat up Manchester. And I said to her, I'm gonna get my name on Sky Sports for you one day, and I tried to do it before she passed away, but I didn't get to. But still kept that promise. Yeah. So whether I made it to play for England or Wembley, whatever, that was my achievement to get my name on the video printer, and I did that. So
because the thing about it is, like I before I even knew you, I heard about you through ball.
Yeah.
Ball. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm glad it was ball.
Yeah. It was all the right reasons. It was all the right reasons. Yeah. Like it was always you, and you were just known for being this kind of just bullish striker that was just like rapid as well.
Yeah,
which was
yeah.
wild. You get what I'm saying? You look at you think, nah, he's not going to be, but he's off. Right? And he's beating people. Do you think you grew a lot of confidence, kind of being known for that in the ends?
To be honest with you, I don't really listen to the outside, what they're saying. Yeah. It's kind of like an internal thing with me. Yeah, you know, I'm one of those players. I don't need to be praised. I do like feedback when I'm doing something wrong, but I don't need to be praised. And there's a lot of people that would say, oh, he plays like a beast, he plays like a bull. The managers I played for had this term where they used to say I was very raw, which kind of stifled my career as well in some aspects.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely understand.
Yeah. How? If you can get into that, what do you mean?
So at Erith Town, I was playing with a striker called Adam. There was a set of twins and Adam was the striker. And Charlton came to watch him because he was like 22, something like that. Yeah. But this was an FA Cup game and I'd scored 2 in like first 10 minutes. Okay. So they was like, who's that guy? And someone said I was 18, but I wasn't. I was about 20. I think I was about 24 or something.
Doing the canoe team.
Yeah.
So this is 18. It's a rigger team.
So they said, who's that guy? And they went and spoke to the manager about me and he said to them, yeah, he's very decent, but he's very raw. He's very raw. Come back at Christmas and we can talk about it. And he ended up leaving before Christmas, so they didn't even ever come back. Right. So that kind of.
But do you know what it is? I said I know what he means, because you see when they say raw, it's not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing. So you don't know what you're going to get from a player that's raw. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like a raw player means that they need work to be worked on. Yeah. But it could be amazing if you can like work on him with the things.
It's like you're not sure. You're not sure what direction they're going to go.
100%. Because
for some people, they're not going to want to take a risk.
He scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? He scored 2 goals. So that's not a bad player, but it can put someone off, but it can put someone on too. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's just two-way thing, and most clubs are not willing to take that risk unless the player can be coached.
This is it. This is it.
Take the risk, so.
Exactly.
So even with that, like, was Thamesmead Town? Did you have the best manager there? Was that like your best manager that you had there, or was it just the setup that made you? It was the best environment.
I would say my best manager in terms of, for me personally, was a guy called Darren Phillips. He ran the Charlton community team. Okay. And he works in the FA now. He was the best manager for me to talk to me, put his arm around me and whatever. Yeah. I'd say football wise for the numbers game, it would have been the Thamesmead manager, Keith McMahon. Okay. Because he was probably the closest to a professional manager that I had. Yeah. And in respect to him, he was very transparent. You know, he ran a lot of Thamesmead. He put his hand in his own pocket there. Oh, wow. Yeah. So that's why the club worked so well. Yeah. Yeah. And I did follow him to VCD as well, where he didn't put so much input into the club. And things were out of his control, i.e. wages, who he needs to play and whatever. But he was very transparent about it. And that's what I liked about him. If he made a mistake, he'd own up to it. Yeah. And so I'd say he was the best manager that I had in the non-league kind of sense.
I was going to say, touching on managers, do you think it's important to be transparent? Because some managers are and some managers ain't. So in your opinion, like, what would be the best manager for you? What attributes would they need to have
to get the best out of you?
I think I'm big on clarity, so I need a transparent manager, definitely. A man manager, a good man manager, because as we know now, there's a lot of mental health involved in football.
100%.
And if you're not able to manage a man, if you're not able to look at a man and identify that he's going through something, or maybe he needs a bit of a rest or whatever, it's not going to work. Just burn him out, and it could go left, super left. So I think a good man manager is definitely one of the attributes that you need in management. But transparency is very, very, very crucial to me.
Did you ever have a manager that kind of looked out for your well-being as such? Because correct me if I'm wrong, like when you was going through that stage, I don't think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think mental health and well-being was really spoken about much with regards to football at that time. Like,
no,
it wasn't.
Really.
So did you have any managers that kind of like were before their time and kind of looked into that side of things?
Keith, for the physical aspect, if he was injured, Keith would go above and beyond. Okay. Yeah, he would try and get you sent to a private doctor if you needed to have something looked at. Like you said, I don't think the mental health aspect was there. I think it was a case of the term that is not used anymore. It was a case of man up or jog it off, things like that. Yeah. So I don't really think there was a manager that kind of covered that aspect fully.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's down to them. I just think that's down to the game. The game hadn't moved on into that space
I
yet.
hear that.
Because if I'm honest, man up was a thing. It was a thing. And
Did you get that a lot?
Not man up, but I just knew you had to be mentally strong from what I experienced and from what I've seen from other players and stuff as well. So for me, football's a mental thing. It's not physical.
100%.
It's 70% mental and 30% physical. That's because as we just explained, it teaches you life things. So it's not just on the pitch. It's how to be around different people. It's how to deal with adversity.
Yeah.
It's how to deal with victory. Like some people don't know how to deal with these things. So I remember when you're playing, your mind's constantly going.
Quick, intense.
So how do you have a bad touch? Then when it comes back to you, you have a good touch. Remember, you got to think of all these things while you're playing. You ain't got time to be like dwelling on that because the next one might be bad. So when I was young, or being in the football industry, I learned from young that you have to be mentally strong because it can make you or break you.
Yeah,
I knew that from a long time. Yeah, from 100%. young.
And it's interesting because like even from the sidelines, when even I look at things, like when I go down and watch Arsenal play, and like let's say for example, one of the players have a bad touch, like I'm looking at a thing of like I'd be like, oh man, like, but if you've got 60,000 people doing that same thing, how like. For us sitting on the sideline, we're probably thinking, being a footballer, you love it, you enjoy what you're doing, you go on the pitch. But like, even that, like, have at that stage there, correct me if I'm wrong, you had fans.
Yeah,
you know
we had fans. Yeah, we didn't have that much fans, but
you still had fans.
Yeah. I remember. I think we played the most fans I've played in front of was we had Maidstone twice in a week.
Yeah,
2 different cups. First game we had 2,500.
Yeah,
and the second game we had 4,000.
Yeah,
and it was difficult. It was an adjustment. It was an adjustment.
How did you deal with that? Like,
I was okay with the 2,000, but the 4,000 was a bit different. Yeah, you know, you be I was playing from the left wing at the time. Don't ask me why they put me on left wing.
You're fast, bro.
I'm fast, but that left foot ain't left in. And I remember I was through on goal, and it was snowing at the time. Through on goal, 4G, and I had a shot. I don't know what happened, but for some reason the ball I actually kicked the ball in my own face. It was so icy.
Wow.
And the crowd were onto me, proper onto me, and I know that I'm a strong character, but I felt it,
of course,
and I felt it. So I know that's 4,000. So 60,000, that must be crazy. You have to be mentally strong.
Have to be,
definitely
have to be.
It's wild because like you're just saying this, and I think this is where like, and we'll go into the mental health side of things shortly. But it's like we think. Because some people will hear that and think, it's only 4,000 people that you're playing in front of. But like, if you take into consideration how much people like, even if they don't get many likes on like Instagram, they'll put down the post.
Yeah.
And in my head, it's like, if you walk down the street and even 2 people say you look nice, on road, you'll be like, raw, like, thank you. But because you don't get it on Insta, it makes it a big thing. So
even touching on that, what you just said, obviously I've played at Maidstone, and the fans are close to the
very
pitch.
Close,
So that's another
intimidating
thing. What, like imagine there's only a fence that separate you and the fans. Like you're basically next to them. So that's another intimidating thing. Like in a stadium, they're not near you. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, for real.
So like playing at us, and obviously a lot of the non-league stadiums and pitches, that's how they are. Like they're not like they're the big stadiums where the fans can't go nowhere near you. This is, you're playing, there's a pitch, there's a fence, there's fans. So imagine that there's 4,000 fans around the whole thing right next to you. So that is intimidating. And this is why I say you have to be mentally strong, because if you ain't, then them fans can affect you.
Do you remember a time where you've had like your, like, I wouldn't say one of your worst games, but it's like, you know what, they got to me. Like, is there a time where you've gone home and been like, nah, this was crazy what I experienced here?
Yeah, you know what? There was actually a time I played in Herne Bay. I played at Herne Bay's ground.
Okay.
And I don't know if anyone's familiar with Herne Bay, but it's bad.
Oh, is it?
It's bad if you're black and you go down there.
Okay.
And I was just jeered, and it was a lot of racism, a lot of homophobic comments, and I laughed at some of it, but towards the end of the game, I thought to myself, nah, these men came out their house on a Saturday to abuse me. And the main thing they abused me for is because my boot, I had the old Total 90 lasers. They were red.
Yeah.
So these men were calling me rent boy in the red boots. And I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
And it did, I scored. I actually scored. I scored the winner. I can't remember if I scored the winner. And I went and celebrated in front of them. However, it still burnt me after the game.
Of course. That
a man has come out his house. One of them was in a wheelchair as well, I remember. And a man's come out his house to come and abuse someone.
Yeah.
Just to do something they use as a bit of escapism or something they enjoy.
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, that is ludicrous.
And it's mad because, correct me if I'm wrong, like, you've still got to show your professionalism.
Yeah.
Have to.
Like, and you can't, it's like you can't react to those certain things.
100%.
Like, how do you even deal with that?
I just shout it out. I try and shout it out as much as possible, to be honest with you. I think with the Herne Bay situation, I kind of welcomed it because when I scored, I went right in front of them, put my arms out, done a little Jude Bellingham thing in front of them. So I invited it. Yeah. But otherwise than that, I just shout it out. Literally, if you're not on my team, I ain't listening to you. If you're not on my team and you're not the referee, I don't listen to whatever they say. And I think at this age now, it's easy for me to blank out anything from the side.
It comes with maturity, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely comes with maturity. Like, it's not easy to do it, man. Like, especially if they're onto you the whole game and they're saying things that if it could affect you. Do you get what I'm saying? It can, but this is again mentally strong. Like, you was mentally strong enough to block it out and even score. Do you get what I'm saying? Listen, I've seen people, as I said, not even racism or anything like that. One little boo or come on, they're done for the game, bro. They can't carry on. So this is why, as I said, like, you did your thing. You carried on and scored. So
have you experienced that?
What?
In terms of, like, gone to a certain ground or you're like jeered 24/7?
Oh yeah, man. That's
like,
that, bro. That could be every week, bro. Like, you could remember, like, the fans are being fans, innit? Like, they want their team to win.
But there been any one specific, like any ground specific that you remember, you like, you know what? Nah, they took it too far.
International duty. I played in Guatemala, and that country, you know, that's Central America. You know, it's crazy. Like, and it was 2 legs. So the first leg we beat them 1-0. Yeah. And then I think 2-3 days later we had to go Guatemala and play them in Guatemala. And obviously the coaches and that prepared us for it. Say, listen, like, this is different. Like, especially the English boys, because in my Antiguan team, it's half English, half Antiguan, innit? Yeah. So the team was prepared, saying, listen, we're going to somewhere where there's favelas and it's different. Yeah. Like, do you get what I'm saying? For real. So obviously they had one black player in their team, and all game it was monkey noises and it was mad. It was crazy. Like, do you know what I mean? All game, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Our whole team was black. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then this is what done it for me. Obviously, for me, I was blocking it out. I just wanted to win. I didn't care about all that. Like, I kind of can block that stuff out. Like, it's not really, don't really affect me. But what I was, like, shocked about, they won 2-0. When we was getting on the coach, the fans was just, like, blocking the coach, doing monkey signs, and it was a madness. I was like, you won. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
what more did you want?
Do you know what I mean? You won the game. Like, what is this? But as I said, fans will be fans. And don't get it wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, all fans ain't like this, man. Like, but ultimately, the fans want their team to win, and they will do what they think they need to do for their team. Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
100%.
So,
yeah.
And I think this is where we kind of, like, what we want to try and do with the podcast, correct me if I'm wrong, Miles, but just show that, like, these things are at the top of the game to grassroots, to semi-professional, professional.
5-a-side, bro.
Yeah, these things
everywhere,
are just,
bro.
These things are just standard, like, and it's sad because to some degree, the thing that you use as escapism could also be the thing that brings you back into that realm. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go into that, like, it was when we're going to, like, rejections.
Yeah.
Like, did you have trials that you didn't get into that you wanted to get into? Did you have many things like that?
No, not really trials, because after the kind of like the West Ham kind of camp thing, I didn't really indulge. But when I got into non-league, there was a lot of rejections. At Thamesmead, for instance, we got promoted to the Ryman Prem.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I finished that year. I think I finished that year top scorer. But you know, when you go from the north to the Prem, the managers want to get some name brand players in. So we got some players in. We got some great players in. John Main, you know John Main. We had another player from Villa. I can't remember his name now. And they were strikers. So we turned up for pre-season, and coach has gone. Managers asked if you could play right back. So I was like,
To who? To you?
to me.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll do that for pre-season. It's fine.
Yeah.
Next game came, right back. I said, what's going on here? What's going on? And then eventually they asked me to play centre back, and I was like, I've never played centre back in my life. They was like, you're big, you're strong, you can use your head. I was like, but that's not my position. You're accommodating other people for me. So they sent me out on loan to Cray Valley Paper Mills for a month. And that knocked me. I couldn't score a goal down there. I think I scored one in the whole month, but literally hitting posts, missing everything. Confidence was shattered.
Serious?
Absolutely shattered.
Did you ever feel like you wanted to stop football?
No, I didn't want to stop. I wanted to prove them wrong.
Right.
So when I went back and one of the strikers was injured, I proved them wrong.
Okay.
I proved them wrong.
So you come back and started scoring.
Yeah, I started scoring.
Yeah.
I don't think I finished top scorer, but I started playing. I think I was playing from the wing again to accommodate other people. But I said, let me roll with that. And I started getting a few goals from there. And this is why I say Keith was a good manager, because at the end of the season at the presentation, he stood up in front of everybody and he admitted that he made a mistake by sending me on loan.
Oh wow. Okay,
So
that's
I
big,
respected that.
That's big.
Yeah, that's I commend that still.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
So
And from that, out of your clubs, what would you say was the most difficult club that we? And we're not showing shade on any clubs or anything like that.
Yeah.
But in terms of like where you may have been injured, or maybe you weren't picked as much as you used to, was there any club in particular that you were like, you felt you struggled with there?
I struggled when I went to Erith Town. When I got older and I dropped down the leagues, I
Okay.
struggled there, and I think that was just due to the fact that I was coming down and the players were coming up.
Right. Okay.
The young players were this is like their first seasons and stuff. They was young, exciting, fast.
Right.
Whereas I was still a bit fast and strong and could score,
Yeah.
but I had more kind of mentorship value to them rather than the player.
I
Yeah.
definitely understand.
And
I definitely understand.
although I don't mind helping out the youngsters, they're the next ones. I'm all for sitting on the bench and giving the youngster a chance.
Yeah.
But I did want to play.
Yeah.
I did want to play, and I didn't get the opportunities to play week in, week out. But when I did, I came on and I done what I done, and it wasn't looked at that. Oh yeah, you've earned a spot next week, blah blah blah. But it worked out how it worked out, and I ended up being a coach down there for a while.
Yeah.
And but yeah, the playing side of it was a bit difficult, and I understood it because football's a short career. It's a very short career.
Definitely, but if I'm honest with you, I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
Especially the older, being my age now.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
There's a lot of younger boys in my team and my previous team, which they used to come to me for advice, and I just see certain things and I try and guide them
Yeah.
in the certain direction, because we've gone through stuff that they ain't even gone through yet.
100%.
So it's about trying to prepare them, and hopefully they don't never have to go through it.
Yeah.
But if they do, I spoke to Tyrus about this, and maybe I can deal with it in this type of way. Do you get what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
like even speaking to managers, some young boys don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Some young boys think it's threatening to have a conversation with a manager, but it's not. It's a conversation.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be an argument.
Yeah.
It's a conversation. Don't make it an argument.
And that's part of the teaching from football.
And this
That's
is what
it.
I'm saying about
Yeah.
mentoring. So you mentoring these boys could have helped them prepare them for their career for wherever they're going to go.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's important. It's very important
100%.
as being a experienced player or an older player to try and help the youngsters, because you don't want them to go through the things that we've gone through. You want
Nah.
them to be better than us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question then. So and this is asking for you lot's wisdom, because I know there will be people that will be watching this that will probably see the youngers as a threat.
Yeah.
And for some of them, it's like, I'm not even going to help the youngers like to come through. Like, even because, to be quite frank, you're like, no, I want to play. Like,
Yeah.
I want to play. I got a career. Like, I've still got ambitions to do what I need to do. How did you manage to put that to the side in terms of like understanding that, okay, cool, you know what? Yeah, I do want to play, but then it's in the best interest of the youngers as well.
For me personally, I think it's understanding the game and understanding your cycle.
Yeah.
You get to a point where you're not going to be the hottest stock anymore, you know, and the next best thing you can do is help the next stock coming up.
Yeah.
For me, I've always, even in my own working life, I've been doing mentoring and things like that. So I'm always open to helping the youngsters, whether that's detrimental to me or not. I'm still willing to help the youngsters for the simple reason, like Miles just said, I don't want them to make the same mistakes that I made.
Yeah.
I always said I'd never allow my son to play non-league football because I'd end up picking up an assault charge for the politics that go on.
Yeah.
If any manager treated him how I'd been treated at some clubs, I wouldn't stand for it.
Yeah.
So my main thing is trying not to make the youngsters make the same mistakes in life and in football that I made.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of put that to the side.
So yeah, I agree because you know what it is. It's not their fault why you're not playing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah,
manager picks the team.
Yeah.
So if I'm honest, anyone in my position that's playing in front of me, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I mean? So I would never look at a player and think, oh man, I'm not going to help him because he plays my position. What? No way. I would never do that.
Yeah.
Like, it's the manager's decision why that player's playing in front of you.
Yeah.
And I'm not built like that. I can't not help someone
Yeah.
Yeah.
just to go further than them. I'm going to help you because I believe I'm better than you anyway.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I would never, like, if someone came to me in my position and they're like, oh, Westy, what do you think of this? If I'm honest, it makes me help them more.
Yeah.
You see, if someone's in my position, I'll go over and beyond to help that person because I want you to do good.
Yeah.
Want you to
and
do
that's the
good.
main thing. You want good for someone else.
100%. Like,
them.
but don't get it twisted. There's players that don't. Trust me.
it's wild.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot of players
I've seen it,
that
yeah.
don't want players to do good
Yeah.
because in their mind that's their way of playing. If he don't do good, then I'm gonna get a chance.
Yeah.
But like I'm not built like that. Not to help someone because they're in my position. Man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I can't do that. I'm willing to help everyone. Do you know what I'm saying?
So T, how do you like? So did you have a support network? I should say, in terms of like, because even though you want the young ones to do well and to flourish mentally, like that's still gonna be like, you know, I'm not playing, like, and sometimes it could affect you. Did you have like a support system there in terms of like people that you can talk to, like friends in football? And stuff like that?
Yeah. I've got a lot of friends in football that I talk to, and I at the time I used to speak to Braggs because Braggs was the one that brought me into the whole football setup. He took me to my first reserve game.
Yeah.
So I used to talk to him about it because he had the experience. He played along before me. He was at Maidstone before me and Sheppey and things like that. And yeah, sometimes I'd speak to Dom as well.
Yeah.
Because Dom was doing things in football as well.
Dom.
Yeah.
Shout out Dom.
Shout out Dom, man.
Yeah, and I just reach out to people that had been playing before me.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of advice from them. But for me personally, I'm a learner on the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so things that I kind of learned how to kind of put things to the side and how to deal with this and how to navigate my way around managers and things like that kind of came all through playing the game.
So then that leads us on to, if I would probably say, for me personally, the most meaningful part of your journey in terms of football. And it's interesting that obviously Braggs brought you to Erith and now you two are playing together to celebrate the life of our brother Derek. Tell me, just how did that come about in terms of the team being formed?
So for those of those that don't know Derek's story, he was a talented footballer playing at Mitcham and things like that, and he went to Texas to do a scholarship. Unfortunately, he passed away in his sleep. And we had been close. He was the first guy I met when I went to secondary school. First friend I had in secondary school. And we'd been close. We'd do everything outside of school, go out, party, talk. He'd knock my door at 1 o'clock in the morning. Only man that could get away with doing that. And so when he passed away, it was very difficult for all of us because we weren't prepared for it. It was 21 when he passed away. So we just literally come together, put our heads together and decided to make a team which started off as a Sunday team. Called FC Kauai. Obviously Kauai is his surname, so just to keep things going. And it's gone on from there.
Did that start straight away, like as soon as he passed, or was it
it was a couple of years after? I don't think it was a couple of years after. I think it was a few years down the line. But it was something we was talking about. We wanted to do something for him. And as football was his talent,
Yeah.
We said, let's just do this. We all play football, so let's do this for him. And it took off. It took off. I stepped back for a few years due to some in-house politics, but I managed to come back now at the vets level.
Yeah.
And we're doing things. We've got a Sunday team who are in a cup final, and we've got the vets team who just won Division 2.
Wicked.
Just lost the cup final last week, and we've got another cup final next week.
Okay.
So it's just been going from there.
And like obviously it's lovely to think that, you know what, like the man them have got together and make the team. How does it feel like representing each week because it must have it's nice points, but then it still brings out the memories and it's emotional.
Yeah,
points in it as well.
It's very emotional. I personally, I can't cry for him anymore.
Yeah.
I've said this a few times. I can't cry for him anymore. All I can do is try to do good by his name.
Yeah.
So it's very emotional, but the fact that we're keeping his name going keeps all of us going. I said I done a little Instagram post when we lost the cup final last week, and I said, in victory and defeat, we keep your name going. Yeah. Your name is there. You was in the final. You was in the semi-final. Your name was there, whether 100%. We lost. So that's the most I can do for him right now, and just to keep his name going until it's time to keep my name going. You know. So
it's powerful, man. Like it is powerful because obviously death it's life, but for you all to come together and do that, I commend you all, man, because it's not easy. As you said, like even hearing his name, it must be hard. Do you get what I'm saying? So you've all come together and made the team, and it's still going from all these years. It's a powerful thing, man. Definitely a powerful thing.
And just to add to that as well, like, because you got to take into consideration, like, I think back then, right, there weren't many people our age group that was passing. Like nowadays you're hearing, my man had a stroke, or my man's had a heart attack, and it's like it's getting younger and younger.
It is.
Like, and do you feel like what the team has done is like, is there? I'm assuming there's like an ethos in terms of like how you represent and how you conduct yourself with being in the team and representing the name.
Yeah, there is a ethos. Sometimes it's hard to stick by because things happen. But we literally just play. We always say for Derek. We play him for Derek, you know. And credit to Raymond Harrison, who's the manager. He's kept it going a lot. Him and Mo, and we just kind of draw that into people. Everyone there knew Derek. Not everyone there knew him as well as we did. Everyone there knows why we're there, who we're there for, and what we're there for. So our ethos is to keep that in mind, as well as giving a good representation of ourselves. We're representing that name. Everything about the club represents Derek. Even our crest, we've got the Ugandan national. I think it's the national bird on there because he was Ugandan.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you've got it's
you're
more
proper,
than that.
It's deep. It's deeper. No, definitely, man.
So,
I love it. I love it, man.
And definitely. I think even some games, like, we may not have the best technical football team, but I think the fact that we've got that unit has literally won us games over teams that have been better than us.
Do you feel like the club and the fact that it kept going, do you feel like the name has maybe even made you closer with certain people because of the fact that you're united about fighting for the one person that you're here for?
Definitely. There's a lot of guys in the team that I might have fallen out with in the past version of Tyrus. But through the team, we've got back together and been able to put things behind us and kind of go through the transition from immaturity to maturity together. You know, so there's a few players. It's a process. Some of us are still learning, but it's definitely one of those things that has definitely put a little gel between a few people.
And do you think you've matured from being in that as well, in that environment? 100%.
Yeah, I think it's definitely played a big part in the evolution of Tyrus. Definitely played a big part. Being such a senior figure, seen as such a senior figure, because everyone thinks of me or Raymond or Braggs when they're thinking about Derek. I keep that in mind when I'm doing certain things or trying to represent certain ways that I'm being probably scrutinized more than others. So I try to conduct myself as much as possible in the right way.
100%. No, I love it. As I said, I love it. Even thinking about when you played the Saving Soul played Sands.
Sands, yeah.
Sands.
Yeah.
Like when people come together for someone or for something, it makes it so much more powerful.
Yeah,
and
100%.
so much more, as you said, like it's been going for years, and even when there is fallouts and stuff, it brings people together. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, we all make mistakes and we all go through things. We're all going to mature at different times. Yeah. But if you have something that is going to bring some people together, it's so powerful to me. Do you get what I mean? It's so powerful.
And this is where like we're trying to really put the message out there in terms of like, for some people that see football, they say, I hear a lot of people say, I don't like football. It's just people kicking a ball in a net and just running around on the pitch. But if that's all you see, then you're very short-sighted. Yeah. And I wouldn't say ignorant, but I would just say you're not really looking into the deeper aspects of it, because for some people, men and women that play football, that's a family that you've got there.
100%.
That's a unit that you have there, and this is why it's so important. Like, we as fans, like me, I can talk for myself. Me as fans, like, let me be real with you. Yeah, when I was younger, I was a terrible fan. Like, because as soon as I was able to start getting that man on Twitter, you did it. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not thinking at the time I could really be affecting somebody's mental at the time. I'm young, innit? Like, I'm young and I'm ignorant.
But the Arsenal fans are terrible anyway.
We're not even going to get into that. This is about a well-being. My well-being is in check. We're not going to get into Arsenal. But like, it's like you're dealing with all of that, and people don't understand that. Like, no, when people come together and they fight for one thing, right? It might be that 90 minutes that, you know what, that 90 minutes changes how bad the whole week has been.
100%.
So for us to be able to start abusing people through football, like we're taking away what we're actually trying to accomplish. You know what I mean?
100%. But I said it earlier. Fans is going to be fans, and there's more good fans than bad fans. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
So my thing is, don't let the bad ones. They don't represent all the fans.
Yeah, they don't really.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Everyone. So like, and I get it. Like, as you said, football is some people's peace.
Yeah,
from work.
Yeah,
from their careers, from business, football's the peace for them. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So even me, I understand football a lot more now. I'm older. When I was younger, I never understood why people did certain
100%.
things, or why a fan would do this, or why this happened. But me being mature now, I understand it and I respect it.
Yeah.
This is why, remember, fans pay football players wages.
Yeah, for real.
Do you get what I'm saying? So they have got entitlement to say something, but it's what they say.
Yes, and sometimes it's how they say it.
And how they say it. Do you get what I'm saying? I would never say anything to a fan that says to me, "Oh, you was rubbish today." You're entitled to your opinion. It's up to me to either accept it or just to dismiss it. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like I said, there's way more good fans than bad fans. So I don't want to, like, you know, like, I don't want to make it think like there's the bad fans out. No, there's loads of good fans.
There's definitely different levels of love for the game.
Of course.
I don't love football as much as I used to playing it, but being a fan, I love it. But I do love play, like you mentioned Sands before. When my games are cancelled on a Saturday, I play for Sands Kent on a Friday.
Oh, I love that.
I love that. Yeah, I try to shout out Joe and Niz and Brandon and all the boys. I try to keep myself around football as much as possible, even though I definitely don't love it as much as I used to. But being a fan, 100% I love it. But like you said, the delivery sometimes of your critique is not really warranted, but one bad apple don't spoil the whole.
It shouldn't. It definitely shouldn't.
Thing.
It definitely shouldn't.
I wanted to ask another question.
Yeah.
Accolades, winning leagues, cups, player of the years.
Yep.
Talk to us about that.
Yeah, what have you got?
What have I got? Where did I start? How much time you got?
We got time. We're going into extra time soon. Actually, so you got time.
I got a few top scorers. Top scorer at Thamesmead.
Yeah.
I think 2 from Thamesmead. I got a few from lower down. Top scorer at Erith. Got a Division 1 playoff final win.
Nice.
With Thamesmead to the Ryman Prem. 1 promotion with No, actually, we got relegated to VCD. But accolades, I'm more of a team achievement than single accolades.
Yeah, team, yeah.
No, 100%,
even
even team. But I want you to explain what it's like scoring a goal.
It's. Do you know what?
Because people don't understand
they
the
don't.
feeling
when,
scoring
when
a goal, bro.
When they say you don't know what to do to celebrate, it's because you don't know what to do when you celebrate.
That's what I'm saying.
You've been waiting to score that goal at the final, the last one. I was having a stinker. I couldn't get a shot off, and then the ball just came over and I nodded it in. It's just like a big weight off your shoulders.
Oh, man.
Big weight off your
innit?
shoulders, yeah. I love it. I love hitting the back of the net. And once I hit the back of the net once, even if I don't score again for the rest of the game, I'm going to do madness in the rest of the game.
Because it gives you confidence. I'm
going to run down that channel. I'm going to run down that defender. I'm going to set that. But when you're not scoring, it's a horrible time, man. It's definitely horrible. But it's again, we always go back to it. It's about being mentally strong and knowing, putting yourself in the positions and having a goal when maybe you wouldn't have had a goal before and things like that. But scoring a goal as a striker and as a winger where you play is probably one of the best things about the game.
Feeling's
completely,
amazing, man.
yeah.
but people won't get like I'm not a footballer, but let me tell you something from now. Yeah, what when you're in year 5 and you're playing the year 6,
Trust me, bro. It's the same feeling.
Like you see that
bro,
feeling there.
Let me tell you something. It's the same feeling, bro.
Yeah, it's
I'm telling you that the feeling of scoring a goal. I'm not, it's not even on a professional level. It's just scoring, bro.
Yeah.
It just it does something to you. Do you know what I'm
Especially
saying?
when you're playing in the loafers or the Elise boots.
yeah, playing in the Wallabies.
Yeah,
Trust
them
me.
Wallabies with the Shop Power 99 and all that.
Definitely,
People need to
man.
understand, like when you're whatever level you're at, scoring a goal is mad.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Like scoring a goal, that feeling is crazy. But so we're at the half-time point now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick 5 minutes, get refreshed, and then we're gonna go on to the well-being and mental health side of things. But yeah, we're gonna check in back in the next 5 minutes, and we'll get Tyrus back. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much.
For anybody out there that may have heard something in the first half, you might be struggling, you might need that safe space, you might need that support. Feel free to contact the numbers that we've got on the screen here. Like I say, we always talk about basically encouraging people to speak. So those are the numbers there. Get in contact, find that help. Yes, we are back with the second half of the Set Piece podcast. I would introduce us again, but if you didn't watch the first part, then you're gonna have to go back to find out who we are. We ain't about to do that for you. We're not gonna give you everything, but we will mention our special guest Tyrus.
Hey.
Thank you once again. So we've gone through the first 45 minutes and we've spoken about your career, spoken about football. Now we want to touch on the well-being and mental health side of things. So the first question I'll ask you is, what does mental health and well-being mean to you?
It's very crucial. Happiness means the most to me at the minute, and I don't believe you can be truly happy unless you've got your mental health in check.
Yeah.
And if it's not in check, you're not seeking help for it.
Yeah.
So it's very important. It's very important to life. Very important for you to kind of grow, succeed, progress. For me, I've been on a journey with my mental health.
Yeah.
And I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
But it's getting there. It's getting there.
Yeah. And you said you've been on a journey with your mental health in terms of like, how do you regulate yourself now? How do you help yourself?
I meditate a lot.
Yeah.
I do meditate a lot. I haven't meditated recently a lot, but I do meditate. And I've been through various kind of like CBT, which has taught me kind of different techniques. How to there's an airing cupboard technique that I use.
Okay.
When you have an issue, you
Yep.
take it out, fold it up like clothes, put it in the airing cupboard.
Sick.
Done. Move on.
Yeah.
It sounds simple, but it's not that
Gems.
easy. Yeah.
Of course.
So that's one of my main kind of strategies, and that's why I'm a bit calmer than I used to be.
Yeah. Did you ever when do you think you acknowledged that like your mental health needed to get checked out, or like for example like when did mental health start becoming a thing for you?
I think it was a realization as the world moved along. I think I suffered from small things a long time ago when Derek passed away, should I say. A lot of people don't know the kind of story. I was the first one to kind of hear he passed away in this country because they didn't have his mum's number.
Right, okay.
And that hurt me a lot. There's a few nights I spent in the cemetery after his funeral.
Wow.
Yeah, on my own. It's a very peaceful place at night, cemetery. And that sounds weird, but it's a very peaceful place. But from then, I kind of spiraled.
Yeah.
Looking at the person I am today and looking at the person I was then, I was definitely going through some form of depression.
Yeah.
Or some form of something else, but definitely I was very depressed.
Right. Because I think people lose sight of the fact that like we hear the term mental health mentioned a lot, right? But there is good mental health.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there is poor mental health and there is good mental health.
Yep.
And it's good to acknowledge both. Do you know what I mean? It's good to find out what works for you to have peace, what works for you to have happiness, but also there are times where you've got to realize that, you know what, like maybe I am struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
How did you go about even coming out in terms of like when you are struggling? Because obviously you see for us growing up in the ends, right?
Yeah.
In terms of like just growing up and even losing someone, you're deemed to just be man up. Do you know what I mean? How did you do it? Because it's 21, right?
I was 21. Yeah. Derek was younger than me. His birthday's in July, mine's in June.
Yeah. Wow.
It was. Do you know what? I can find all the terms now because I understand mental health a bit more.
Yeah.
Back then I was doing it, but not realizing what I was doing. I was kind of identifying the triggers. What type of things would trigger me? Like you said earlier, even the mention of his name would trigger me.
Yeah.
And it didn't usually provoke the same reaction all the time. Sometimes I cry, sometimes I get vexed, sometimes I want to just go and play football, you know? So I think identifying the triggers, your own triggers, is a big part of kind of highlighting when you think you may need help.
Yeah. But you know it is, you said something, you said man up, and it goes back to the football, man up.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying? So mental, like I said, it's a mentality, it's a mental health thing. Like you, like some people might be able to man up, some people might not. So where is the help for the people that can't do that?
Facts.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Where's the help for the people that can't just switch off?
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? It's needed. Like, do you get what I mean? And as you said, the first thing I would say is identifying it and being brave enough to speak and say that you're depressed and that you're going through things. Because as men, like we don't come from that.
Yeah.
Like sometimes that people might say you're weak for being being vulnerable. Do you know what I'm saying? Some people might say you're weak for what you can't do. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's why man up doesn't even mean anything. Because what does man up mean?
Exactly. This is my thing.
We are sensitive creatures. We're strong creatures.
Yeah.
So telling us to man up, are you telling us to cry? Or are you telling us to be strong? What are you telling us to do?
Exactly. Which one is it?
So
and then the question I'd have for you is that, like, is there any point in your career where you felt like football contributed to the affecting your mental health? Because you did say on the previous 45 that there was a lot of politics within the game. Would you say that there's certain times that it's affected your mental health, football?
I think it knocked my confidence a few times. It affected and you know what? In all honesty, it affected my mental health in a positive way.
Okay.
Because even at times, there's times, I know it's a bit well documented, but I've had a few issues with children and things, seeing my children and things like that, and going on the pitch for 90 minutes would be my cure for that kind of pain. So it affected me positively. But on the flip side, when you know that you're doing right and you're doing everything you can and scoring and then the manager says, you're not good enough, you need to go on loan. And it's just like, damn, knocking me. And so there were days, not very many, but there were days I'd go into work and I'd be like, I don't even want to be here. I've geared myself up for this Saturday, the match, and I've turned up and I'm on the bench.
Can I touch on that a little bit as well?
Yeah.
Because I was like that. So when I was younger, I used to, obviously, if I'm not playing or in the stand or I used to get hit hard. I'm a footballer. I want to play football, innit? But what I learnt to do is you got to leave football at football.
Yeah.
And pick it back up when you get back in.
Yeah.
Because what I used to do is, say I had a bad game or I wasn't playing, I used to take that energy to my family, to my kids and to my missus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then one day I said, this is not fair on them. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not fair on them because I'm not playing and I'm not happy. I'm going to make my household unhappy.
Yeah.
I'm going to make the people around me unhappy. nah, I'm switching off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that I'm gonna totally forget it,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna bring this home. So now you're not talking to your missus, or your kids want to play. You're not in the mood to play. I'm not doing that.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm switching off, and then when I'm back in football, we can pick this back up.
Leave it right at the
Do you
front
get what I'm
door.
saying?
Yeah.
And it's not easy to do. Don't get it twisted. It's not easy, but I had to train myself to do that because
Yeah.
I didn't like what I saw. I'm like, well, like, there's people in my family that this is affecting now.
Yeah.
This can't be. I'm not gonna make it affect them no more. No way.
No
like,
chance,
do you get what I'm saying? But as you said, it comes with maturity. I used to be just the same. Just the same. It
Yeah.
used to affect my whole week.
So
Do you know what I mean?
So if you don't mind me asking, then, so like, for example, you've alluded to the fact that obviously you had periods where you hadn't seen your children and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like, how did you deal with that in terms of like, because from the outside, correct me if I'm wrong, you probably may not have been as vocal in
Yeah.
terms of what you are struggling with, but you're going onto the pitch and you're celebrating, you're happy and everything like that, and
Yeah.
scoring. How did you deal with that in terms of like, was there ever times where you got to a place where, you know what, like the outside life is just a bit too much for the football pitch?
No, not at all, because the football pitch was my escapism. And what I do in my mind, it's all about mentality.
Yeah.
And what I do, I don't know if anyone watches me before the game, I've got a little ritual I do where I say something. I won't reveal what I say.
Yeah.
But what I do is I imagine that I'm playing like my kids are watching.
Right.
So that's what gets me through the games.
That's it.
And that when I do score a goal and I need to celebrate, I'm imagining that they're in the stand. And I've done that at every single level I've played at. Just imagining that they're there watching. And then when someone that is close to me passes away, I introduce them into that ritual as well.
Yeah.
And I play like they're watching as well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I escape from the kind of depression
Yeah.
side of life. I kind of imagine that these people are watching and I've got to put on a show for them.
I got a question as well.
Yeah.
Did your parents ever come to watch you play?
Yeah, my dad.
Was it often or was it not?
Every
that's sick.
when I was younger, my dad was there. You know, my dad was there. My dad had, you know who my dad was, because he'd be standing on the line. He had his hands behind his back. He's got a Guinness bottle in his hand, and I'll do a little step over, and I'm my son, that, you know, I'm my son, skill him, all of that. So my dad used to come and watch me all the time, and he came to the cup final last week, which is the first time he's watched me probably since I was about 19. But when I started playing semi-pro, he didn't really come because it was in more Saturday, Tuesday times when he's working.
Yeah.
But
And would you say that it's important for parents to be there, or what in your opinion, what would you say?
100%. I think it's important that just showing up sometimes is enough for a young child. Just knowing that you're there. You know, my son now is into basketball, and I try to take him to as much basketball games as I can, as my overdraft will allow me to do. just to kind of nurture his kind of talent, what he wants to do. And we're going to the player final on Sunday.
Oh, that's nice.
At the O2. It's nice until I realised it was at the same time as Klopp's last game. But yeah, I just want to hone his craft and make sure he knows that is where you want to be, that is where you can get to, you know? And that's what my dad done for me. My dad would take me to football, knowing that was my passion. And outside of football, I was considered a bad child. But he knew that this is where I thrived, so he would make sure that I'll be there. He'd make sure he paid my subs, everything. So
Put you in the right
my dad was there.
That's good. I like that.
So subconsciously, football kind of just was your escape from any kind of mental health in terms of like that.
Yeah.
And you said you do a ritual. Obviously, you play like your kids are watching.
Yeah.
Have your kids ever watched you play?
My son has.
Okay.
My son watched me at Thamesmead. We had a family day.
Yeah.
And we played Guernsey, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, and he came and watched that. He was younger, so I doubt he'll probably remember it. But he's watched that. My daughter hasn't seen. No, what am I talking about? My daughter's seen me play a cup final for FC Kauai when it was a Sunday team.
Yeah.
And she was really young, so she probably hasn't remembered that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've come, and when they were actually there, it was a different kettle of fish. I was unplayable. No, I'm not gonna lie. I was R9. So
that you think they gave you
they gave me the extra boost.
Come on, man.
Yeah, they gave me the extra boost.
Has it affected you?
What's that?
Not being able to see them watch you coming to them coming to watch
Coming
you play?
yeah. My son now, I get to see him. You know, I get to see him. I've seen him since he was probably 8, and he's now 18 this year. So I get to see him, and I'm glad we built that bridge. Not seeing my daughter. I haven't seen my daughter since she was 3. She's now 13. That has affected me. That has definitely had a major effect on my life, and it's ironic you say that because driving on the way here, I saw her.
Wow.
I saw her walking up from her school because I had to quickly stop in Deptford, and heart was racing, and she's just so big and beautiful, man. I couldn't believe it, but not seeing her has definitely had an effect on me. I think I'm at a stage in life now where I've made peace with that situation. Some of it is my doing. Yeah. Some of it was my doing. Some of it is not so much my doing. Yeah. But I've accepted it as if it was karma. Yeah. I think accepting karma is a lot of peace, brings a lot of peace to you. Yeah. So I've made peace with the situation, and now I just enjoy her knowing that she's growing and developing, even though it's from afar. Yeah. But it's definitely affected my life, 100%.
It's mad because it's like you turn up to play football and it's your escapism. Yeah. But people won't know that this is something that you're battling with.
This is my point.
You're battling with this internally.
Yeah.
People don't know that. Like, they just see you come, they see you score. You got the fans that are going off. Yeah. Like they're happy for you scoring forward. Do you get what I'm saying? And you're going home and you're dealing with this.
Yeah, and that little goal means so much more than just putting the ball in the back of the net. It's an XL, major XL.
Even like I always say this, like there's no one's problem that's more important than anyone else's.
Yeah, for real.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, and this is what and we're in a world where as you said, we would have never known that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like because people don't speak. Yeah. People don't speak, and people don't really ask for help. It's more people are doing it now. Yeah. But back then, like people never used to ask for help. They used to just get on with it. Do you get what I'm saying? But how hard is that? You're dealing with so much different things. You got to go play football. You got to go to work. You got to you got to get on with your life while you're dealing with all these things. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is why speaking and dealing with mental health and well-being is so important, because what you've gone through some other people might not have could have done that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
You're strong enough to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? I commend you for even dealing with it and even expressing yourself here, telling people about your story, because some people couldn't even have got halfway through what you've just said to me. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think it's vulnerability is a strength. Yeah. I think you're strongest when you're vulnerable. Yeah. You know, and it's a difficult process because some people will even use the fact that you're trying to grow and improve. They'll use it against you.
100%.
Throw it in your face.
100%.
And they'll tell people that you don't even know, saying that you're putting on a persona. This is not the real you. And it's like, well, this is a different version of me, you know? Yeah. I've allowed myself the time to reflect, review, evaluate, and change. Yeah. If you haven't allowed yourself to do that, that's fine. But this is the path that I am on. Yeah. So you wouldn't know what my change is all about because you're not doing the work on yourself.
Yeah. Did you have a support network in football? Like when you throughout your career and everything like that? Do you think you had a support network that you felt comfortable to speak to people if you were struggling?
Yeah.
Did you use it a lot?
I did use it a lot. Okay. I did use it a lot. Yeah. There's my boys. I've got the same. I've had friends come and go. Yeah. But I've got the same set of boys from the Warwickshire path, riding the bike, doing the straight skids down the path. Yeah. I've got the same set of boys that I can go to for anything, you know, and I can talk to them about anything. Yeah. And it's crucial that none of them are gonna say yes. Yeah. They will say no. If I'm saying something wrong, they will say no.
I like that.
Those are the boys that I go to for everything, man. So shout out Raymond, Manuel, Sam, Derek when he was here, Dean. All these boys I can just go to and talk to them about anything, Mo.
Yeah. It's important, man. It's important. As I said, like in life, I don't believe you can go through life by yourself. No, you need people. And this is, as I said, for me, like the more I've grown, I've realized you need to speak.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, if you don't tell people that I'm going through this or this is happening or I need help with this, they're not going to help you because they don't know.
And
do you get what I'm saying?
That
and
is
then
something
you're
I
dealing
didn't do.
with.
That's something I didn't used to do. Speak.
Yeah.
Shout out Spencer as well, by the way. He's someone that I really did confide in because he was in Derek's class and he knew exactly what he was going through firsthand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
But
definitely.
as I said, it's strength. Like, it's strength to speak, man. Like, you have to drop that ego, and have the strength to know that you need help, or to know that, listen, I had a bad day today, or I need to go and let's just go play pool.
Yeah.
I need you around
something,
me.
anything.
I need you. Do you get what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
need you around me today, like, because today's been a challenging day, and I need you. And it's so important that you have that friendship group to do that.
Yeah.
Because, as I said, some people don't.
Yeah.
And how important do you think it is now? Like, and I say now because I feel like we're now getting to a point where, even at the highest level now, there's some things being said and done with regards to the mental health and well-being of players.
Yeah.
And how important is it that we have these spaces at clubs where you're able to just like have a group of people, you're like, you know what, I am struggling, I am going through things. Like, how important do you think it is for the mental well-being of footballers?
I think it's important because the demands of the game are increasing every single season. We're seeing the Champions League format change. There's going to be more goals, more games. We're seeing squads get bigger, so there's going to be more competition. All these things are factors in mental health. You might have a player sitting there thinking he's a starter, but now the squads are bigger. Oh man, am I going to start? Do I need to work harder for my place? You know, can my body deal with the demands of extra games and all these type of things? You know, and it's definitely needed that they have counsellors, they have safe spaces, things like that. My friend Jacob played in Turkey and he was out there on his own, literally. And we have this conversation quite a lot. He talks about how he was no support network at all. And I think when I think about that, I think if he had the support that they have now at that time, his experience might have been a bit better than it was. But it's crucial that we look after these players because the mental health is just as important as the physical side of it.
Definitely.
So
definitely.
And just to add on to that, so we're talking about obviously the safe space and the places for people to feel like, you know what, I am comfortable to be able to talk. Do you feel like the fact that you were very comfortable and aware about your mental well-being and having emotional intelligence made you somebody that people would come to you when they are struggling? Would people come to you and maybe have a conversation because you're more likely to listen as opposed to it might be somebody else where they're like, oh, come on, let's just go out, stop that?
No, I do like to listen. The one thing about me is I'm a talker and I'm a listener, and I'm very empathetic. You know, I might not necessarily sympathise with your situation, but I understand how you got there. You know, so a lot of people would come and speak to me because they know that I am mentally strong. I've been through a lot. And I've got a lot of life experience that I could share, and probably like what I'm saying today might go out and help someone else that's just listening to it. So definitely,
bro, it's helped me already. I'm not gonna lie, like it's. I said I believe you can learn from anyone.
100%.
And even listening to your story and some of the things that you've gone through, it's definitely. I'm thinking, maybe I can do that different, or I can maybe. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like that, like so. No, as I said, I appreciate it, man.
I think, you know what, I think you're very unique, Tyrus.
Thank you.
Because there's a lot of things where I'm listening and I'm like, not everyone can get over that.
Oh wait,
not everyone can deal with that, and it takes a lot to kind of brush that off. Like,
100%.
Have you seen firsthand where like you've had conversation with somebody and you're like, bro, I didn't realize you were going through all of that.
Yeah, even to this day, there's friends that are going through stuff you wouldn't even think it, looking at them or looking how their life is perceived.
And are they just getting on like playing football?
just getting on with it. Only because we're so close is why I know what I know. But there's definitely people that are going through it at the minute, and I would just advise them to speak. You know, find a safe space. Like I'm part of a men's group. where I go and speak. Sometimes when I can attend, find a safe space. Even if your safe space is a person or a place or a sport, find that safe space and embrace it.
Yeah,
because it could save your life.
Yeah.
No, 100%, definitely.
And
just
going back to when we were speaking about having the young people.
Yeah.
How important is it for us as the old? I'm saying us like I'm a baller. I just watch from the sidelines. But how important is it for people in the game? Like if you're coming to not even coming to the end of your career. If you're more experienced, you're more advanced. How important is it for you to help with the mental health and the well-being of the young people? Because even for some of the young people, I see a lot of things, and we all see a lot of things on social media. Yeah. And we're talking about, imagine you're in the stadium and 60,000 people are saying, that was a bad pass. But then imagine you've got 600,000 people messaging you on Instagram or messaging you on Twitter. How important is it for those that are experienced to help the younger people?
It's very important because they're young and they're very impressionable. Yeah. Their minds are not fully developed as of yet. Yeah. And they're definitely not going to be as mentally strong as we are. Yeah. So, maybe small things like I've been at teams where I've picked up players, taken them to football. Teams have said they're not covering their expenses, so I might give them a goal bonus. Where I get my set pay and my goal bonus, I'll give them a goal bonus, let them divvy that up.
That's dope.
Amazing.
That's dope.
And I've done that for a few young players. And just that little peace of mind is something for them to latch on to. That's trust. That's you earning their trust.
Yeah.
So once they trust you there, now they know anything else I can come to you.
Yeah.
And we got to protect the minds of the young people because, as you said, on social media and things like that, there's a lot of crazy things that are happening and that they can view, and their minds are very impressionable. Yeah. And one thing we got to do is make sure that when our time comes and we're not here anymore, the ones after us have a little bit of guidance, have a little bit of knowledge of right from wrong and where to go. And that's where I stand on that. I'm very big on helping the youth because I know a lot of people think they're lost, but we can get through to them.
Yeah, 100%.
Just the work has to be done. The work has to be done.
Yeah. And do you feel like, obviously, I know that you're a strong character. Miles, I'll ask you as well because I know you're both cut for the same cloth. Like you kind of block things out. But like, do you feel like if social media was as prominent as it is now, back when you were growing up, trying to make it in football, do you think that would have had an effect on some of the things that you'd be doing in terms of football? Like, do you think it'd have an effect on your careers?
I think definitely, man. Like, everything's documented, bro. Like, like you can't do, like, you see, like, even now, like, if one of them, like, top players do anything, it's on social media ASAP, bro. Do you get what I mean? So they can't step out or do they can't make mistakes. Yeah. They're getting punished. Like, and I'm not saying everyone does make mistakes, but now it's online in a minute. Yeah, so say for instance, back in the day, it would have to go into the newspaper and people will have to read it. Yeah, you do it. You say they go to a club and get in a fight. Yeah, someone's videoing it.
And that's
on the social media that minute,
and it could be taken down, but that's there forever. Someone's screen recorded
it straight away. Yeah. So you can't see now this is it. So now it's so much harder. Like, you have to act accordingly. You have to think about the decisions you're going to make because you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you have to explain yourself.
Yeah, for real.
When you ain't even done nothing. Like, but you might have to. Why did you get in a fight? It wasn't me, it was my friends. Why was your friends in a fight? Well, someone threw a drink in their face. Yeah. No one knows that when they've just recorded the fight. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, so now, as I said, it's decision making. And we were saying it. It's being around the right people, bro.
100%.
For me, I think that is the main thing. You need to be around the right people. People that's not gonna lead you astray. Yeah. People that's on your path, like your friends. Yeah. You're like that's in the right environment that you can come to for the right reasons, that ain't gonna put you in situations where you're gonna have to explain, or that's gonna be like, you know what, let's leave now, 5 minutes before the club ends. Or do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, using that example, you need to be around people like that, not people that's gonna make you put you into them situation and leave you there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
It was him.
That's it.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is the importance of it, but it's not easy because the life we live now is a fast life. As you said, as we said, that social media, everything's accessible.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Everything.
growing up, it probably might have been a madness. Like if you're growing up and if we had the social media how we have now.
I wouldn't
100%.
survive. I wouldn't have survived.
Bro, like you can't
Don't
do
think so.
nothing.
Nah, I used to chat some nonsense on there. When I used to use certain social medias and it shows you what you used to write.
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't have survived. The clubs would have got rid of me straight away.
Wow. Yeah.
Because my mouth was crazy. I used to chat some nonsense online, and like Miles said, once it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah.
You know, and that stays there forever. Look at players in 2024; they're getting their
Yeah.
tweets come up from 2007,
This is it.
and,
This is what I'm saying.
they're getting that's it. They're getting reprimanded.
This is it.
You know, people have come a long way. People might have had racist thoughts back then, and now they've come a long way. They've been a bit educated, but no,
Yeah.
you're still a racist because you said it in
Yeah.
2007.
Yeah.
You can't win with that. Social media, you can't win. It's got its positives and its negatives, but I definitely wouldn't have survived with that.
Yeah, it's mad that you're saying that because I'm just even thinking about it, like, because especially how we've got even like we've got a YouTube community now where you've got YouTube teams
Yeah.
that are now they're filming their football. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so Sunday League now,
Yeah.
like that's getting filmed now, so that's going on the net as well. So you can't even sometimes you can't even escape it, even
Nah.
like because if somebody puts a clip online, even five-a-side, I've seen like
Yeah,
shout
it's
out
the
my
same
guy
thing.
Monts from SC Dons. Like there's a skill that Monts does, that's
Yeah, it went
always
viral. I know which
that
one
went
you're talking
viral.
about, yeah.
Like, he's in the flip flap and then
I
he
still
just
don't
gets
know how
it.
he did
Like I don't know how he did that, but it's
Yeah.
like imagine if you're the person on the receiving end. of
Yeah,
that.
I ain't gonna say the team. Well, you might have said it before, but I've played them and been on camera. And there's a time when the ball's gone out for a throw, and I've gone to get the ball, and then man just start passing it around.
Yeah.
And I stop and I just say, look, you ain't gonna get content off me.
Yeah.
That ain't happening. It's not happening.
Do you know what it is? Like everyone's a brand now, you know?
Yeah.
Literally, everyone's a brand, bro. Like, because think, as you said, like everything's online, innit? Like, and do you know, this is why I say social media is a good thing, but it can be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because my thing, back in the day, like, you filming yourself talking or playing a game,
Yeah.
that wasn't a thing, bro.
Yeah.
People are rich from this.
Now the kids in the school think
Yeah.
that's a profession. I want to be a
Gamers,
YouTuber.
like, this
That's
is it. I want to
Yeah.
be a YouTuber. I want to be a gamer because they're good at playing games.
Yeah.
And all they do is filming themselves playing the game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm saying, like, social media is a great thing, especially for business and stuff like that. But on the other hand, it's dangerous as well.
Yeah.
I think too much of it can
Yeah.
corrupt you.
There's a balance to everything.
Yeah, you need a balance.
How do you think social media affects football?
I think it's kind of shaping the game now, you know? As I was saying, I was watching a press conference before, and the main thing was how we would look on social media because our integrity would be questioned if we lost this game and gave the title to this one.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, wow, we're not even talking about the actual game here. We're talking about what social media would have done with it,
Yeah.
you know? So I think it's definitely got a big place in the sport.
Yeah.
And that's only come about recently because before it wasn't nothing.
Because, as I said, like before, you'd have to read the newspaper.
Yeah.
Read a magazine.
Yeah.
Everyone's got an opinion now. Everyone.
Yeah.
Like,
So would you say, and just an opinion, I'm not saying it is this,
Yeah.
but would you say the rise of social media has maybe had a significant increase to the rise of mental health within football
100%.
Yeah.
in general?
Yeah.
Like,
You see when they missed the penalties in the World Cup,
yeah, exactly.
the effects of that. Them, like, they came out and they were strong with their statements. However, dealing with that internally in your own house, nah. You got the whole country putting monkey emojis on your Instagram pictures.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a different type of pressure.
Yeah.
Different type of
And this is
pressure.
what I'm saying. So, like, everyone's got an opinion.
Mm.
And some people's opinions are good.
Yeah.
And some people's opinions are bad.
Yeah.
But then again, there's trolls.
Yeah.
There's people that just want a reaction.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? People don't want the best for you all the time.
Nah.
And this is where you have to analyze and think, oh, am I going to react to this or I'm going to let this go? Because it could be, there's kids that are commenting on these pictures
Yeah,
now, bro.
yeah.
Kids,
Yeah.
10-year-olds and like 11 and 12-year-olds, they've got an opinion.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so in their eyes, like, what do they even know? They're kids. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they don't know nothing, but
just saying it, just to
they're
be saying
it because they're seeing it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're seeing. Imagine a year 7, 11-year-old on social media, like and they're reading the comments of certain things. That's gonna impose something on them.
100%.
They're gonna be thinking, oh, I can say. Let me say something now, because they're reading the comments on certain posts.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
So
I hear you.
it's as I said, it's hard. Like, but this is why a lot of these top players, they got people that run their one, innit? Because they don't want to say the wrong.
They don't want to deal with it.
They don't want to deal with it. But what about for the non-league player? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and these that can't afford to pay someone to run their one. They got to deal with it themselves.
And I think it just goes back to the fact that, like, whether you're at the top or you're grassroots, like, these things happen.
Yeah.
Like, and mental health in football is rife. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is rife. Have you seen anything personally? You two, like, have you seen anything on social media that's got that's made you think, right, nah, they're taking liberties now? Like,
What with me personally?
You personally, football wise.
Yeah, I've seen a few things. You know, when I put up my little post about FC Koya, when my page was public, it wasn't always public.
Yeah,
you see some people say some nonsense, like monkey or something like that, or they'll put like a poo emoji and a face.
Wow. Even knowing what you represents.
Yeah. I've seen that. I just delete it quickly. I delete it. It doesn't faze me at all. Yeah. Racism is one thing that it took a while, but it just goes off my back now. I'm like, I don't care. You could have been black. I could have been white. Yeah. It is what it is.
But you know what it is? It's a reaction.
Yeah.
That's what they want, a reaction. And what they want to say is, that's the Tyrus I know.
Yeah.
When you react.
That's it.
Yeah. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
There he is.
It's a draw out.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So even me, I don't, like, I've been private, like, I can't, like, and that's because of my kids and other things, but I learned very quickly. I put on social media what I want you to see.
100%.
So no one knows my life.
That's
like,
what
unless you know me,
Yeah.
you don't know my life. You might think you do, but that's why I can't never be public on social media, because I don't want people to be able to be commenting things that, like, do you get what I'm saying?
Because people are horrible.
This is my point. Yeah. Like, and I'm saying that, like, for me, I learned that early doors. I said, nah, I'm not. I don't care about blue ticks.
No.
I don't care about none of these things because my family's on my social media. And some people might be able to deal with, look, people say horrible things, man, like, and Harry Kane, they say stuff about
Declan Rice's wife.
Harry Kane's, and these are top footballers. Do you get what I'm saying? And they've got to deal with it. What if their missus or their kids see these posts?
Yeah.
I know in a way that they're a brand, so they have to be accessible or they have to be open on their social media. I don't. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
You got
and I
choice.
hate because I'm not dealing with someone saying something about my kids, or I don't have to.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to put myself in a situation where a fan can be accessible to say because I don't need to. I'm not on that level to do that. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you?
But they're missing out though, because Miles Boy can dance, boy.
Yeah.
So we're all in agreement that social media is good and bad.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's gonna be.
And it's who's in
people.
in front of it.
Yeah,
who's
exactly.
Who's got the phone.
There's good and bad in everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And as I said, for like, I would never tell people not to go on social media, but it's a very good tool.
Yeah.
To use, like,
used in the right way.
But as I said, it's balance. Like, don't let it control you, and don't control it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just use it to how you need to use it.
Yeah.
So as we say, like, there's good mental health and there's bad mental health, right? And or poor mental health, I should say. So question for you then, on the positive side of things.
Yeah.
Reflecting on your mental health journey, do you have anything, or that you can identify a particular moment, what changed within you that helped you in terms of success within football? Like, is there any particular moments, any games or anything like that, what kind of helped you?
I think fulfilling that kind of promise for my nan helped me. Some people would reach their goal and say, I'm done.
Yeah.
But I said, no, I'm going to go further.
Yeah.
I can still go.
Yeah.
So that was probably my crown, and I always talk about that over everything. I think apart from Derek's team now, that was my most successful thing to do in football, and that helped me stay on top. The fact that I know that she, wherever she is, she's seen that, and I did it. I kept my word for you. Yeah. Now I'm gonna go and continue to make you proud. You know, and I think that was what kept me going until now. I'm going to hang up my boots. No one believes me.
Yeah, no one believes you. I don't believe you. Like, you've got this resilience about you. And if we talk about resilience, have you ever got a time where you can explain like the role of having resilience helped you bounce back from like setbacks or things like that within football? Like,
yeah, I had a very big knee injury in 2022. Oh, 2022, 2021, one of the years. Yeah. Had a very big knee injury, dislocated kneecap and patella tendon ruptured fully.
Mad.
Literally just because I was 17 stone and playing football, trying to bodybuild. But yeah, and we went into lockdown at the same time. This was the first kind of time I realized that I suffer from panic attacks.
Wow, okay.
Because I'm always active, whether I'm in the house or out, I'm active.
Yeah.
But we was locked down. Couldn't do nothing. Plus I got my leg in a brace. I've had surgery, I've got my leg in a brace. So I can't even go to the toilet. My mum had to take me toilet. Wow. That's how bad it was. Yeah. And I have these moments where I just tell myself, you know what, you ain't doing this no more. I ain't doing this no more. Yeah. I got on Amazon, ordered my weights, ordered a weight bar, and I sat there and I worked through lockdown. Okay. Worked through lockdown. Yeah. And I've got a video where I'm doing like a neck workout with 20 kgs, and I've got a towel wrapped in it. I'm doing it with my teeth. A lot of people thought I was crazy, going crazy in lockdown.
That sounds nuts already.
Mike Tyson. That's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, but I had to keep myself busy, man, and I had to be resilient in that time because I was my mental health was poor in lockdown. With the combined with being in lockdown, combined with my knee. Yeah. Combined with not being able to get a trim because my hair was doing a madness. Yeah. I had to be resilient. I was forced to be. There was no other option. Right. And I think that is one of my major kind of points in life where I had no choice but to be strong.
Well, one of the questions I want to ask, and this is something that, like I say, we always try to look at the positive outcomes and how we can help people that are listening to the podcast, is what kind of lessons from your story do you believe that you can give people advice from that they can take into any walks of life, whether it be football or not football? What kind of advice could you give?
The main thing for me, which I realised kind of later on in life, is never be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah, I love that.
If you feel that you need help, ask for it. If you don't know where to find it, I always say, and I know it's very simple, you can literally pick up your phone and type in what you need. Yeah. And it will give you avenues to find help. Yeah. Always seek that help that you need. Never think that you can go through it on your own. Yeah. Because a problem shared is a problem solved. Yeah. And I realised that by trying to be the independent man and doing it by myself. But I realised when I opened up and I spoke and I got a therapist and I spoke with the therapist and I spoke with my boys, I confided in them, this was the better way to deal with it. And it's more effective. Because we said something earlier about bouncing off each other. We never know what each other's going through. Yeah. So we're giving our story and the other person's giving the story back, and we're bouncing ideas off each other and we're helping each other. And I got told something a long time ago by my granddad, rest his soul. He told me that iron sharpens iron. Yeah. And that is exactly what I believe is kind of like the route to helping and resolving your issues. Yeah. So I would say never ever be afraid to ask for that help if you need it.
Wicked. Definitely. And then just to top that off, for those that, and we end with this question a lot, right? For those that may be looking at the football and thinking to themselves, oh, it's just a bunch of people, men and women, just running around on the football pitch, just playing. Tell them why football is so important to you in terms of how it helps your mental health and well-being.
Football, for me, personally, is an escapism from everyday life. From all the things I've been going through work politics, through children issues, through home issues, through more recently, my mum suffered a cardiac arrest. So football was a big part of my life there. Recently diagnosed with diabetes, so football is now an exercise as well, which I need to do.
Yep.
So it's covered a lot of bases for me.
Yeah.
And I think it's just something that you embrace. You can just go on the pitch for 90 minutes or however long you play.
Yeah.
You can leave all your worries at the door, like we was talking about before, not taking things crossing over.
Yeah.
And you can just express yourself.
Yeah.
Be who you want to be. If you're that guy that does the step overs, you do your step overs, and you do it. If you're that guy that just knocks it and runs, you do that. But whatever you do, you express yourself. You release everything for that 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Come back with a fresh head and deal with it.
And the last thing from me, in terms of question-wise, advice for those parents out there, or for those that may not be the best at football, like, still encourage them to join clubs.
Definitely.
And be a part of a united front, be a part of a community, be a part of a team. Would you recommend that for
100%?
those? Yeah.
We have to nurture the next generation.
Yeah.
100%. Any way we can.
And what about you, Mars?
Yeah, I'd say make it fun.
Yeah.
Don't make it, especially for the parents, don't make it like a chore.
Yeah.
Let them enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like that's very important, because the older you get, the more strenuous and more the more disciplined it's gonna be. So let them just go play with their friends.
Yeah.
Like just make it as fun as possible. I'm not saying don't guide and let them do extras, but ultimately it's got to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
So that's my little take.
100%.
And it's so important because of the fact that, like, sometimes we got to understand. Now, I haven't got kids myself, but I've seen it a lot of the times where sometimes as parents, your child is you're living through your child's eyes, and you're doing this and you're taking them football, and it might be your child just wants to have fun, but you've got them doing one-to-one training 24/7, and they don't want to actually do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like as we're a podcast, what we're talking about, set peace. Like let's start setting the foundations of peace from their young,
100%.
and not allowing them to feel like that pressure, because that's where, in my opinion, for some of them, they fall out of love with it, because from young they've been told they have to do this, they have to do that. Do you know what I mean? It's got to be a discipline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, Tyrus, thank you for coming on, bro.
Thank you for having me on, man.
Listen,
Appreciate you, my boy, man.
You don't understand, man. Like, yeah, you've got an inspirational story, bro.
Thank you,
like,
man.
And I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you very
Genuinely
much.
proud of you. But yeah, thank you for coming on. We've finished with regards to the football and the mental health side of things.
Yep.
Amazing story. But now we're gonna test your knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you're facing Miles. I've got some questions. I've got some questions for you. So we're going into extra time now. We're going into extra time now. Notice that I just get out of it, innit? Like,
No, don't worry, I've got something for you, bro.
You know?
Trust me,
that
your
I
time's
just get
coming.
out of it. But yeah, I'm gonna ask. You got your phones, yeah? Because you can get you to write down the answers.
Oh, we're writing it down,
Yeah,
yeah?
you can write it down, because
Okay.
I've got about 5 questions each.
Okay.
Right? And anybody that wants to join in, if you want to comment at below, let's see your knowledge as well. Don't try and forward it or anything like that to try and get the answers, and then put your questions, your answers down. Don't try and be teeth. You know, people will watch the podcast and they forward it and then get the answers right. Oh, I know. No, none of that stuff. Right, cool. Right.
Do you want us to type it or do you want us to actually write it? Because I was gonna.
Oh, what you fancy? No. You we'll do it if you want, man. Do it if you want. But I want to make sure that you guys swap it over afterwards to make sure.
Okay.
All right, cool. First question, nice and easy. Which club did Alan Shearer win the Premier League title with? That's number 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna type it. This ain't working.
Yeah?
I'm gonna type it.
That's fine. You ready?
Yeah.
Next one. Which footballer has won the Premier League with both Leicester City and Manchester City? Ooh. Yeah, I've got you there, innit?
Leicester City and Manchester City.
Yep.
Wow.
All right.
Wait.
No, there's
How
no
long?
way.
How long we
Yeah.
got though?
No, I'm gonna ask the next one now.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Wait a second. No.
Next question. Next question.
Wait.
Next question, bro. No, listen. Just because you're co-host on the podcast doesn't mean you can't make the
say
rules.
no
bro.
more, say no
Next
more.
question. Who scored the first ever goal in the Premier League?
First ever goal.
Yeah, in the Premier League.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I'm gonna just guess.
Okay, that's cool. No problem whatsoever. Next question is, which England goalkeeper saved a penalty against Scotland at the UEFA Euro 96?
1 second.
Full name?
Yeah, you can do full name if you want. I'm not going to give you any bonus points.
Cool.
And the last question is, Dele Alli moved to Tottenham, and I'm saying that because you mentioned Tottenham earlier. Dele Alli moved to Tottenham from which EFL club?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Wait, I need to go back to 2 because I don't even know. I'm trying to
5. Dun. Anyway, done. Right, swap over, please. Swap over. Let's see.
2. Man City.
Yeah, let's go. No, swap over, boy. Swap over.
When you see it, it's gonna be like
I know I am.
Ready? All right, cool. So the first question.
Oh my God!
Right, so the first question is, which club did Alan Shearer win the Premier League title with? Tyrus, what did Miles put down?
Blackburn.
What did you put down?
Blackburn.
Okay, that's fine. That's cool. The second question is, which footballer has won the Premier League with both Leicester City and Manchester City?
Man.
What did Miles put down?
It's blank.
Okay, cool. Miles?
Oh, Morris.
Oh,
I can't, man. How can I not remember that? I had a little mental block there.
That's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Okay. Cool.
God.
The next question was, sorry, I'm moving mad. Which one's the next?
First goal scorer.
Yeah, the first goal scorer in the Premier League.
I had no idea. I guessed this.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got Robbie Fowler.
Okay. Cool.
Cyril Regis. Who
Right.
was it?
The first goal scorer was, I believe, I've got the answers down here, but I think it was Teddy Sheringham.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna confirm.
Oh, because
Just
it's when
gonna
it changed
confirm.
over, isn't it? From Div 1.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's
it
why I
is.
said Fowler was young
Yeah,
them times.
yeah.
So I was thinking maybe it was. I don't know, man. I just guessed.
18. It weren't Teddy Sheringham.
Who was it?
It was Brian Dean.
Oh,
wow.
I never was gonna get
So
that.
you were never gonna get that.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
Can't remember that.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Striker.
the next question was, which England goalkeeper saved the penalty against Scotland at the UEFA Euro 96?
David Seaman.
David Seaman.
Yep, got
Yeah.
that. And the last question, Dele Alli moved to Tottenham from which EFL club?
MK Dons.
MK Dons.
MK Dons. Okay, so what's the tally?
He got 4 right.
And
He got 4. Well,
Three,
he didn't
three.
answer. So,
No,
he got
3 right.
so
Oh, he got 3.
Because I missed.
Yeah, he missed
He
one.
beat me by 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you beat you at 1. Okay, cool. Well, that means that
Hey.
obviously, yeah.
Well played. Thank
Yeah,
you very
yeah,
much.
well played.
So Miles don't know what the forfeit is or anything like that. So Miles owes Tyrus dinner now.
Okay.
Yeah. Of your choice, you got a £50 limit.
Rastafari.
You got a £50
You want me to
limit.
come back on next week?
Yeah, you're fine. But no, seriously, Tyrus, thank you for coming. Thank you for being so vulnerable.
No problem, man.
and being open with us, bro. Like, we really appreciate you. For anybody else that obviously has listened to the podcast that may be struggling, we'll have some links and some organizations at the end that you can get in contact with should you need any support. But as Tyra said, make sure that you ask for help, innit? Like, it's not just football. We just use football as the tool to kind of explain what mental health and well-being is, because that's what we love. But this is just, we're trying to use what we have in order for people to understand that this is life in general. So people, like I say, I'm your co-host, Kerry Phillips.
I'm Miles Weston.
Thank you for tuning in, Tyrus. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Take care, people.
Take care.
Peace.
If you've been affected by anything discussed in this episode, we encourage you to seek support. Visit our mental health resources page at www.thesetpiecepodcast.com for help, guidance, and more information. Because when it comes to mental health, every mind deserves extra time.